between high school and coming back, I had built a sports marketing agency, sold that within 9 months. That was I would have been 22. That was my first successful business venture. And then a year after that, I was broke and homeless. Ended up going and cleaning a mate's nightclub and sleeping in the nightclub to get by. So he said, well, I can't pay you a lot, but I'll pay you $150 a week to clean the club and design and do all my posters and marketing. So I took it. It was fun. I mean, I was 22 and got to hang out at the bar and drink for free. And one day, out of the blue, a guy in Sydney was setting up a business, a mobile phone-based business, games, subscription services, that sort of stuff. And he had seen what I'd done with the sports marketing company and the Brisbane Bullets. And he called and offered me a job. And I was sitting in my mate's backyard because I was living off him. I was sleeping on his couch. He was buying my cigarettes. And we were sitting out the back having a beer. I get this call. He offers me a job. I say no. My friend looks at me like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're homeless, you're sleeping on my couch. Yeah, get off the couch. And I said, just be patient. The guy calls back an hour later and he says, okay, what do you want? I outlined it. I said, I want this sort of salary package, but I also want a part of the business to bring what I can bring. He said, deal. But we had an office in New York. So I was coming back and forth to the US and just happened to be at a mobile phone conference in Florida and met these guys from Charlotte who were looking to get into the mobile phone industry. And so I sell out my shares of the company and they say, hey, do you want to come and help us, guide us, do some consulting in the mobile phone space? I said, sure. So I would come to Charlotte, a couple times a year and hang out with them. And mostly it was, just drinks and laughs and a bit of business. And then stumbled across e-cigarettes. There were some young guys who were making an e-cig brand, and they asked me if I wanted to get involved. I said yes, but they were treating it too much like a novelty, like a trick cigarette, and I saw the potential for the e-cigarette. So they didn't want to make the changes and improve it. I said, okay, I'm going to go do my own thing. I went to China because I had experience there with the manufacturing of the basketball stuff. Went to China, created some prototypes, was back in Charlotte. I was in a bar smoking one, and at that time, there was no such thing as eCigs. No one was out there really doing it. And a guy I knew, I was having a drink with him, and he was like, what the fuck is that? And I told him, I said, this is an electronic cigarette. And he goes, what are you doing with it? I said, well, it's a prototype. I'm going to develop it, and then I'm going to go back to Australia and set up the company. And he goes, why don't you do it here? And I said, well, I kind of want to go home. And he said, if I get how much capital do you need? I said, 50 grand, I think I've worked out at this stage. He goes, if I get the guys together and put the capital in, will you do it here? I said, sure. So launched that May 1st, 2009, BLU. And then did that and then in 2012, Laurelard and RJ Reynolds came knocking. And on April 1st, 2012, I sold it to Laurelard Tobacco.